Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm here to show you a newfound Mercy bug, which in general is just Mercy tech that will probably be the only thing that's counted as skillful. Now that super jump is very easy to master currently. This new bug's name I would say is the Hop of Resistance, HOR in short. This requires accurate timing on some heroes and others not so much since it's more forgiving. I will be going over most boop heroes and show how hard each Hop of Resistance is to pull off from hardest to easiest. I will also be going over a newfound tech in which you can Guardian Angel at the end of Sigma's ult and increase your survivability. However, this is not guaranteed. This will just make Sigma's life more crazy as to how you move so quickly when in reality you are just supposed to stay still for a sec. You can pull this off extremely easily, and if you want to see any specific chapter, I will leave timestamps so that you can just see that part. Last part I will be going over, which is mainly for new Mercies, since I'm guessing that every Mercy main should know this, but sadly I just figured this out myself. With Mercy's new Guardian Angel, in the middle of it, it will completely deny any source of boops until you reach the end or use your meter early. This is ridiculous since this can be very helpful during situations where specific heroes want to boop you away from the team. I will be honest, learning all of this will increase your survivability a bit here until DPS figure this out. But Mercy will continue to be one of the worst support heroes in game simply because other heroes can damage and heal simultaneously while Mercy can't, and her healing will stay 55 healing per second no matter what. Any other support hero, yes, even Lucio Zen, can have the same exact healing or even better than Mercy and put out around 6k to 10k damage every game. So unless you face another Mercy or have a busted duo DPS, which is when Mercy is mainly viable, most of your games will be a struggle. Not every one of them, just clarifying that. Ever since her self-heal is now procced at 1.5 seconds and just raised a stupid 2.5 more heals per second. With how fast-paced Overwatch 2 is and how you have to stay close to your teammates in order to help them, it's a lot harder than Overwatch 1 to gain that health back alone, since all it takes is one tap no matter what damage. One last thing. I figured this bug out by accidentally facing Zebra, and later on breaking a hog hook that shouldn't have broke. But I don't have the recording for that since the video got corrupted. Ever since, I've been using the Hop of Resistance to survive, like these two examples here. Orisa would have impacted me and I would have died instantly if I wasn't able to move instantly again. Or Zebra, which he would have annihilated me if I didn't do the Hop of Resistance in this case. Or I can body block dangerous cooldowns and save my teammate's life during Valve or in normal Guardian Angels if I can react in time. In this first example, I body blocked a fully charged Doom Punch and saved my teammate from dying again. Because I denied the impact damage, I didn't get critical, unlike my teammate if she did get directed. She would have been punched into the lion statue and Doom would be way closer to kill him. Same with the second example. The damage boosted Sigma would have easily stunned Hanzo out of his ultimate and killed him easily with a 2-tap. However, with the Hop of Resistance, I denied both from happening. However, it is still very risky and it doesn't guarantee a team fight since it's Mercy after all. Lucio Kiriko is just better almost all the time, like Brig Zen in the past. Not to mention, the window for this tech is very small, so if you mess up, you will most likely be throwing. Not to mention, no one will point it out and appreciate you for your work as Mercy most of the time. This last example is just silly. Maybe I prevented the soldier from killing me, but I still resisted the rocket. There are many other examples, but let's move on to the next part. The Hop of Resistance will deny 80% to 100% of the knockback effect. First, before we start, I would really like to apologize to Zebra. Although currently rare, until Doomfist eventually gets overtuned, as Blizzard almost always does this with weak heroes, when he hopefully becomes meta because I actually love Doom, He always was my #1 hero to pocket since Overwatch 1 until he became very weak. This was because it is so exciting to watch how skillful each Doomfist movement is. It is always different. Anyways, Doomfist is currently the hardest to deny all boop and wall slam damage with the Hop of Resistance. This is because Doom can control whenever he wants to punch, and the timing specifically needed to deny it is extremely small. It's like backwards GA in Overwatch 1. However, if you do fail, you can still go up in the air and be slammed on the wall. This makes it harder for the Doom to predictably just shoot straight forwards and finish you off, making him look somewhere else instead of your teammates buying them time if he does focus you. The Hop of Resistance will also deny a fully charged punch with the same amount of timing to pull it off. This is extremely helpful to know since your Pepega teammates will always charge this punch ability and can be detrimental to your survival. Remember that Hop of Resistance can be done hopping forward or backwards, but this is mainly useful against Doomfist because you can phase through him. He's the only tank that has no collision during a stun, knockback, and impact cooldown. D.Va is phase through too, but she is way easier to deny since it's just the boop. As he is mid-punch, I think his hitbox is available but the collision is gone, letting you phase through him if you hop resist forward. This can be very confusing to the Doomfist since this is probably the first time he'll ever see that happen to him. It is still riskier than just hopping straight up though, because after you phase through him, you are now super close to him, allowing him to kill you quickly if he is smart enough. I would recommend using forward or backward hop resists only against Dooms and mid-Valk situations. This is because if you forward hop resist, other heroes will have collision, and not to mention, even if you aren't nearby, you will be closer to them and be easier to kill. This is an exception, however, and that is if you have very high sensitivity with enough reaction time, you can hop resist at any angle or direction. I can't really show this because I am on controller, but if you other PC Mercies can do it, show it off. Even if he punches another teammate, the Hop of Resistance will still work since it's basically an area of effect punch. However, in specific times, this could also be bad because you are forward while the rest of your team is behind from the punch, leaving you an easy target. But at least half of your health is still there and not just gone, especially when he's nano. Just to clarify, the area of effect punch can be denied with or without a charged fist. Side note, if you are close to a wall and you deny the punch but still hit the wall, it will still deny impact damage. Same goes for any hero that does impact damage. If you're close to the wall, it will still deny it even if you are touching the wall. Next is Orisa. Orisa is pretty difficult as well because it's similar to Doomfist, but her javelin throw always has the same cast time and a noticeable animation which gives you enough time to hop resist. A bit easier to do. Again, even if you hit the wall, you will not take impact damage. This can be done at any distance, but I'm doing it at a bit of a distance since if you hop resist the javelin on Orisa's face, you're kind of dead regardless since there's an Orisa on your face. But that doesn't mean you can't give it a try. Hop resisting an Orisa while she's javelin spinning won't really do anything since the boop tick speed is constant, but you can still do it. What I'd recommend is just a regular Guardian Angel if she's between your teammates because it will ignore the boop effect anyway. Gigachad Guardian Angel. Although risky, if you do hop resist an Orisa, it can send you backwards further from her to avoid damage, and into the high ground a little bit. But if the Orisa is smart enough, she will look upwards a bit and you will take a lot more damage since the javelin will catch you again. Next is Sigma. Hop resisting Sigma, in my opinion, makes you choose between life and death most time. This is a lot more forgiving since there's a lot more time to react, but still tough because of the time you have to resist jump. This is because ever since he got his accretion and hypersphere's hit combo, it's very easy to kill someone when they are hit by the accretion since they just lay on the ground predictably. However, if you hop resist, not only will you deny the knockback, you will be sent in the air and be a lot harder to hit because it's unexpected. You could super jump too, but then you would be knocked back and the jump maybe be denied. It's all preference. There is a cool little tech that you can do when Sig is ulting, but that will be explained after the Hop of Resistance tech. Next is Owzy, Mako Retlet. Roadhog is very odd with the Hop of Resistance because obviously it shouldn't break you off a hook. That would actually be broken, but it can still help you if you have no other choice. You can escape hook quite easily, to be honest, since you just need to hop immediately, but if the hog is patient and you know you've got no choice but to take the hook, hop resisting can still help you break off the hook because your hitbox will be moved upwards, which shouldn't happen. Your hitbox will spaz a little as the game tries to stop you from moving, and that allows you to break the chain if you have a platform above. Normally, if you normal super jump, your movement will be halted immediately. But if you hop resist, it will force it to move a little before pulling you in. I put this at the end of the hard tier because the Hop of Resistance doesn't break you free and it's not easy to pull off, but it is helpful to know if there's no other option. Also, as I was editing, I forgot to mention that if you have a crack sensitivity, there is no boundary. You can go left, you can go right, you can break hook from left or right if there is a doorway. Like, if you have good sensitivity, you can change everything. Like, in the examples that I was showing, the doorway was right there. But if, let's say the PC Mercy, like, that actually has a really good sensitivity, manages to, like, turn left immediately and hop resist forward, it will break the hook. Like, I can't show it because I'm on controller, but if any other Mercy can do this, show a good example because this can actually save your life so badly. If you have really good sensitivity and react in time, Hop of Resisting will be way better than for anyone else. You can utilize that way better than anyone else can. Just wanting to clarify that because unfortunately I'm on controller, so I can only go front, back, or super jump. But a PC player with a good sensitivity can go anywhere they like, any resist. Next will be heroes that don't cause stun or impact damage. They only boop, and to be honest, the Hop of Resistance is not very necessary since Guardian Angel will ignore the boop effect anyway. But if you want to stay in one place because it's safer, it's still an option. The Hop of Resistance is way easier with these next heroes that you can try it out yourself no problem. Regardless, I will be showing these heroes just so that you can see for yourself. After this, I will explain the Mercy tech on Sigma. Next is Reinhardt. Trying a Hop of Resistance against a direct Rein charge, yeah, won't really work well for you unless there's a teammate in front. And you generally don't want to hop resist against a Rein, since even if you successfully do resist a side charge boop or a teammate boop, you are now very close to him, giving him 2 seconds to swing at you, which is very bad for your survival. You will barely escape most times since the charge damage is 50 and he just needs to swing twice. You would rather want to use the boop as an advantage and jump with the side charge if you have to escape someone. This will launch you at a fast, unpredictable angle and will send you on the high ground if there is one. Remember that you can always just regularly super jump over him anyways if he's directly charging you. You can also use Guardian Angel to just deny it by itself. But sometimes you will be vacuumed in, so make sure to do it early since they usually charge from a distance. When he shatters, you cannot deny the stun effect duration, but if you must react quick to the sound cue of his ult, you can still get launched in the air, which can probably save you a time. I've had this happen a lot in Overwatch 1. But in general, if you know he's gonna shatter, just keep distance or stay in the air to avoid the stun. The reason why this happens is because Rein's shatter can get a flying character if they are close enough. Next is Wrecking Ball. Next is D.Va. Next is Zarya. Next is Winston. Next is Junkrat. While Junkrat can be hop resisted, because this is a pull effect and not a stun effect with her Gracie, I'd recommend just Guardian Angeling because it's a much better alternative. You will fly to your teammates without fear no matter when she yoinks Gracie back if you do get caught. You will just ignore the pull regardless. Next is Brigitte. Next is Lucio. Next is Zenyatta. Next is Junkrat. And no, you cannot break from Junkrat, it sucks you right in regardless. No buggy movement. Also, Junk Mine can sometimes not register mid Guardian Angel or jumping. I wonder if this is a bug hitbox for all heroes. Next is Phara. And last is Ashe. While you can hop resist Bob, you'll just die instantly, so it's not worth it. I don't have it recorded. No, you can't hop resist or small super jump out of McCree's sticky bomb. If you Guardian Angel, there's times where it will chase you for a long time, the bomb. It is dodgeable, but it's not easy. Just keep your distance. No, you can't hop resist Sombra hack, neither Guardian Angel out of it since it just locks onto you. It's hard to avoid her hack since Sombra can just hack while she's invisible. So, now it is time for the Sigma tech. This has to do something with his ultimate. You can pull this off extremely easily. All you have to do is hold down left trigger 1 or left button, left mouse, right mouse, maybe shift, mouse 1, 2, I'm not sure. I can't be bothered with keyboard. Anyways, hold down your Guardian Angel if you get pulled up. Get ready to look at your teammate or have a beam connected, all depending on your setting. When you get slammed, if you survive, because Guardian Angel currently ignores any boop or pull effect, you can immediately move again. You will move sooner than anyone else, and it will be very difficult to follow up the shots to kill you. It's even better if you aren't getting solo ulted. This is because the game will allow your teammates' hitbox to be available in the sky before they get slammed, so you end up Guardian Angeling at an unpredictable angle. I believe this has to do something with the 50% health pool damage drop, which is a forceful drop, and the pull effect being separate in the game. In like a 5 frame difference, the 50% damage happens before the pull effect, which keeps you in place. But because Guardian Angel ignores pull effect, you only need to wait for the 50% damage to happen, allowing you to get out sooner at an odd angle. I don't have it here, I don't have it recorded, but if your teammate is on the high ground, you can do the exact same thing and Guardian Angel at an unpredictable angle as well. It's even more odd when you are super close to your teammate. This should rarely happen because you should be keeping distance when you are pocketing, but if you do get pulled up and both of you are nearby, if you hold down Guardian Angel, it will still move you, but now the game gets confused and will play the drop a second time before the pull effect. Regardless, you can still break free, but you have to be a little bit more patient. Or else if you super jump too early, the second drop will cancel your jump and now you made yourself much easier to kill. Also, something fun to know, if you do a full meter super jump in the air before Sigma casts his ultimate, depending on the leveling, you will end up dodging Sigma's ult completely. Hooray to Mercy's new super jump distance. This is still risky since Sigma can cast his ult at any time though. Last part of this video is just Guardian Angel rejecting most boops basically. I will also be showing what happens if you jump too early as well, which is basically a fail. Against D.Va, you can phase through her as she is flying because of no collision, but if she is smart enough, she won't use it and it will be very hard to leave. You can crouch at some doors on her head, but you'll probably die being that close to her. Against Ryan, you can obviously ignore his hammer, but if you are 5-head and release jump with the hammer going the same direction as you, you will be boosted forward. It used to be super helpful in Overwatch 1, but since you can just hop anyways in Overwatch 2, it's not much of a difference anymore, so don't risk it. Also, if you fail to Guardian Angel with the direction of the swing, you will be halted and basically die. Against Ball, you can basically deny all of his kit. Against Hog, you can deny his ult booping you. This is very helpful with Valk, but don't stay too close too long or else you'll die quickly. Against Winston, I don't show it here, but if the monkey turns and you keep moving while he's ulting, you will be double tapped or triple tapped instantly, which is super annoying if you are close to him. I think it's the damage registering weirdly, but it shouldn't happen. You lose so much health. And you can deny his regular slam boob too. I forgot to put that in the video. Against Ashe, you can deny her Bob's uppercut, which is funny. Just don't jump too early or you'll die. The next heroes are pretty straightforward. We're at the end of the video, but just a little extra for you guys. If you react against an Orisa ult in time, if the person you are pocketing gets pulled in too, you can Guardian Angel out almost instantly. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to do your homework, nerds.